Hello guys, so let's discuss the AtCoder beginner contest 430 uh, post contest discussion. So let's discuss the questions of this contest. So the first question is a candy A, that is candy cookie law. So in AtCoder country where Takashi lives, there is a strange law that a person who possesses A or more candies must possess B or more cookies. Takeshi possesses C candies and D cookies. Determine whether Takeshi is violating the law. So it is a basic question, easy level question. You have to just check whether the C and D's are greater than A and B. So let's directly move on to the coding part for this question. So if the C is greater than A and D is less than B, then Takeshi will violate the law. Means the otherwise Takeshi will not violate the law. So we will print no. So we have to just write this condition according to the question. So there is no need to explain much more on the solution. So this is the solution for question 1. Let's move to the question 2. There is a grid with n rows and n columns. The cell at the ith row from the top and jth column from the left is painted black. If Sij is this hash and white if it is dot, how many distinct patterns of painted cell can be obtained by extracting a region of m rows and m columns from this grid? So the constraints are low. So what we have to do is we have to find a subgrid from a grid of different patterns of m size. So we have to find the m size subgrid from this 3 cross 3 grid, and all subgrids have different patterns. So this is the question is simple, and we will solve it by applying the brute force solution. So let's move to the solution part for this. So I've taken the nm and I have taken the input matrix. Then what is my approach for this is I am finding all the subgrids of m cross m size, and I am putting it in a set so that I get the distinct submatrix. So yeah, so it is a little heavy on implementation side, but the approach is simple. So I'm iterating on the given grid, and I'm creating a subgrid of m cross m size. So here I'm creating that subgrid, and then I'm simply inserting that subgrid in my set so that we don't get this duplicate values, duplicate subgrids. At last I'm returning the grid set size. That means the number of different subgrids whose patterns are different. So yeah, this is the solution for this question. The time complexity of n we are taking here, and m. So O of n square into m square will be the time complexity, and the space complexity will be we are taking a set vector set data structure. So O of n here, and we are also taking this temporary vector, so this will also take O of n. So the time complexity will be O of n square into m square, while the space complexity will be O of n. So this is the solution for the second problem. Now let's move to the third problem. This I'm not able to implement this problem, but I think I got the approach for this. So let's read the problem and discuss what came in my mind during the contest, but I am not able to implement it. So yeah, let's read the problem statement. You are given a string s of n consisting a and b and positive integers a and b. Find the number of integer pairs L and R that satisfy all of the following conditions. This LR should be greater than or equal to 1 and doesn't equal to n, and the number of A's in substring from lth character to the rth character of s is greater than or equal to a, and the number of b's should be less than b. So we have to find the substring number of substrings such that the a character in that substring is greater than or equal to a, and the number of b character in that substring should be less than capital B. So the constraints are high. That means we have to find the solution in O of n or O of n log n. So by seeing this problem, the first approach came in my mind is sliding window approach. So what I was doing in the contest is that I'm calculating the count of A and B, and whenever I get the whenever my count of A is greater than equal to 4 and B is less than 2, so I'm incrementing my answer, and otherwise I am shifting my window to get the valid characters. But in this approach, what was the problem? Suppose we are starting our window from here, and we got this valid window, and we will increment our answer to 1. Now when I will move this here window, increase this window, then it is also valid, and I will increment my answer. But now when I will increase this window, then this window is invalid because we have two b's, and we and the valid should be less than 2. So what I will do, I will decrease the size of the window from left side. So till 1b is removed, so that my window will count of b will go to 1. But in this doing these operations, I am losing this this valid window. So this was the problem, and this was the test case in which I got stuck in the contest. So I'm not able to implement this, but yeah, I will solve it. So this is the contest discussion for AtCoder beginner contest 430. Thank you.